The last time the Ghanaian judiciary system convicted a high-profile politician, that was in 2018. Nano Kompono, that was in the person of Abuga, and I the Honorable Abuga Pele, the former member of parliament, Edema, China, Paga, and Afrisuno, the former national coordinator of the Ghana Youth Employment and Entrepreneur Development Agency. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison for causing financial loss to the country. To me, in fact, a big blow, and I say, a thumbs up at the Ghana, so much taking this decision. But there are still other people, like I say, young convict or more, that's why you do massive. But then, whilst a lawyer Martin Kpebu is happy with the judgment, Accra High Court, in fact, NPP Communications Director, Honorable Anasibia Mr. Poliando, when you're happy with the judgment, the buy. Ebusia, wait, updates about Chema to me case, authentic. Make sure. So be like, over subscribe, and share. I'm a phone so in your be. Ashe. After say Justice Audrey Kokuvi the final verdict about Chema to me eba bontia say 1 man 20 years in prison with hard labor and after so no osa ba betua a penalty of 10,000 Ghana cedis. No, so when Timmy and Chakra Busia or second condemned for 3 years. In fact, a lot of reactions from the opposition party. Say NPP4 year press conference will say they are not happy with the judgment. It's Ankebeya match so much letter. Eddie Koma Parliament will say Ebeya Omunsha 7 years and Ebeya no cre ebe daddy. No NHS and Central for any NPP Communications Director. Mr. Poyando Etchin Communi business say, Mr. Paul, finally, the judgment about Chema to me. Say, I'm going to say Chema to me or then say, a dear NHS about this particular judgment. A honor and also do anything. But first of all, no, say if say Chema to me, say a betchina kotum and a bema galam say a tweetra, only problem. But say, and ya no any bit me a galam say to a pardia and the NDC.
Gafo bepe ebe wiase no na o manwa mo hu say tam da bia sa na de ye na me de me say nyame e na nipa nyina destiny ana say ne bibia no ehye ne nsem nipa hyebre enhye nipa nsem nipa hyebre ehye onyame nsem eti mesre say ye nyina no ye nhwe dia akoso se dia akoso ne be magalam say agya dia e ne ye nyina mbo na ye mbo abaso na say enne wate say saade we ya to ntumi na emma galam say enyai dia ene menua ye ndwene hu ne ndwene hu mienu
ebuso wie ye no e na osaka say osa pese osani message edema NDC for say omahu ni omo ye no embra anase bia power betimi a change na power change so pa dia they might also retaliate omo no omo be try omo say yes power na be di omo nsem no they will prosecute everybody at say or cause loss to the fund or cause financial loss to the country.
National chairman of NDC uso tie mi bi se wo ba Ashanti region so a ukọ Adujama DC any MPO nana hima apam na free na himfie se wo tu galam say se ukọ Aowin constituency MP no won ye fe no Oscar Labi nana no ma twadwan ya gu ne so se wo dan wirem onko fie en wo tu galam say Oti ase mo ya bubo mo di nyina no mo hwe ade a atu ntumi 20 years mo dey how many years na mo betimi enya enti enne no ema wani nje because MPP ni a oye chema wuntumi ene ye de na tumu na me dey tu e de na tumu no wo tan eni bre oti ase ensem fata
lebuse no achi no ena chese private legal practitioner Justice Martin Kpebu edi se beto abontin wo TV3 e mana chese omo ni interview eni ebisa ni say so far so good no this is the judgment a free Accra High Court e baye edien ena chese obetimi aka fa honom ena chese lawyer Martin Kpebu echi mo say verdicts anasibia the final statement anasibia judgment a free High Court by no de as a legal practitioner or you happy are you fair because o hwe niam e course charges e de bo chema wuntumi ene ho a whole lot of things, you know. And fair, the judgment by no, or no, the of
Decision, yes, it is. It's a sound decision, without doubt. I was in there, at least I listened to the judge for at least altogether at least 1 hour. Yeah, I was in there for more than 1 hour, but I had to go do my other cases. What I heard was very sound. Kudos to Justice Kokuvite. I'm sure she'll be one of the next candidates to go to the Court of Appeal. She's been in the High Court for long. So we hope President Mahama will look favorably on her and send her to the Court of Appeal. She's done a good job. Look, it takes bravery, eh? It takes a lot of bravery to render this decision. We don't, so we should, look at what can be done to also show the judge appreciation. Not everybody can give such a decision because when you go, sitting in court there and say, hey, is that the Ashanti regional minister? Listen, you see, I'm even saying minister. You see, Chairman went to me at a point, they were calling what? He said he was the governor. Though there was a minister, he said he was the Ashanti governor. And you know what that meant. You see, so on the ground, he wielded a lot of power. And yet here, today, he was in the dock and Justice Audrey Kokuvite was reading the judgment. Then I felt that, oh yes, Ghana is working again. Ghana is working again. Because this is the same kind of case that where under Kufuor administration, we presented our petitions against Chairman Wontumi as far back as October 2022. 2022, more than 2 years before Kufuor left office. Yeah, the CID boss at that time, Yandoh Kofi, and then IGP, they were doing kukwasa, like, so to wait, delay, because of Chairman Wuntumi's influence. So you see why we had to change the MPP so that the system would work. Because as long as MPP remained in power, Chairman Wuntumi was not going to be brought to book. Because he was governor of the Ashanti region, governor. And today, he's been showing his real size, right? Yeah, so it's good. It's a good judgment by all standards. By knowing the legal system, you can expect that he's going to go on appeal, etc.
So we are any say before the new company, not Chairman Wuntumi, the legal counsel actual letter at the Akoma Supreme Court say because Chairman Wuntumi a pending case at Yendi Yentino. Anka Accra High Court and I say the Supreme Court on can check High Court now for instance. Omun postpone that date to aye endra case no mudi yam omun postpone to aye or the saying 22nd July 2026 ojino was anka sa letter na omode kwen aye anase bi anka beboa ama case no omatimi edi you know say dabi anka no kompo be match say omu be delay asem no ama che say time e wo so mudidi asem no kompo betwem and mind you enche bia or the Ghana Bar Association for omu beko or the saying a leave enti bianca court no egi to mu a anase bianca omo twen ya in fact anka nyende e na chese chairman want to be case no ye be di awie.
Absolutely. What do you say to those who think that Justice the judge Kokuvite should have waited for the Supreme Court interpretation that Samuel Atachia was seeking or on the minerals aspect of the Minerals Act that was being used in this case?
Well, that would have taken the case too long. It would have taken too long. We don't know when the Supreme Court will do the interpretation. So that was way too long. Even the first question is, as to whether the Supreme Court would even accept to do the interpretation, nobody can tell. You see, when you do a reference, what Atachia's request is that send it to the Supreme Court that this and this and this require interpretation. Now, as to whether the Supreme Court will agree, we will not even know. So it's not something like Justice Kokuvite could take it to the Supreme Court, let's say a week. And don't forget, 31st of July, next week, Friday. That's our last day. We are going on vacation. So from 1st August to about 10th October, these kind of cases, the type that involve giving judgment in criminal cases, people giving evidence, Supreme Court sitting, cannot happen. So the Supreme Court doesn't sit from 1st August to at that time in October. As I said, let's just say practically by somewhere around 10th October, the Supreme Court would not work. Remember that even the year we're clamoring that the Supreme Court should work during the vacation to take care of this Daniel Yao Domlevo case, where we thought that Akufo-Addo had sacked him because they didn't want Domlevo to catch them stealing. even that one, the Supreme Court didn't sit. The Supreme Court didn't sit.
Right.
Much less at this one. So what I'm saying is that the timelines simply didn't favor Atachia's request. The timelines didn't favor. In any event, and the judge also said that she has done her own interpretations. So what will happen is that now that the decision has been rendered, by all means, they will disagree. So they can file an appeal, and then they can file for appeal, what do you call it, pending for bail. They can also file for bail. He can be admitted
So
to bail.
Martin, what I'm trying to...
Lawyer Martin Kpebu, say, this time around, they will say, yes, Ghana is waking up. Ghana is working again. Because first, you know, what is he actually politician? Actually, 1 week, not politician on one. But this time around, we won't say yes. The Mahama government is taking its course. And I say the Mahama government, no, yeah, Juma, actually say, what's a Ghana? Yeah, but not as, they say a political party, but government, our bar, or use the law, every year, Juma. Yes, in Tebusia, these are some of the stories I bet trouble. You wait me leave you comment or comment section. I say, authentic plus studios, making sure. So, like, you subscribe, you know, share, I'm a phone saying, be,